Hey Sharks, we're Cynthia and John David, the wife and husband team behind Life Raft.
Sharks, we're seeking a $250,000 investment for 5% equity in our company.
Right.
Now Todd, I know your fried chicken is amazing, but I have to tell you, we are the experts in fried chicken.
Uh-oh. We're going to have a chicken off here.
That's right, y'all. We make the most mouth-watering, crispiest, crunchiest, super bestest fried chicken in the world.
Don't believe us? Taste for yourselves.
Let's see.
All right.
I'll be the judge of this. Let's see here.
I can't cut it.
All right. It's frozen solid.
It's frozen.
That's a little bit different than chicken I've had before. It's not bad.
Just
Sharks, y'all have probably figured out by now that our fried chicken is actually ice cream.
Oh my.
Hold on. Welcome back to another episode, Shark Tank Breakdown episode. I am your host, 10-year intellectual property Dave, dealing with everything from trademarks, copyrights, patents, trade secrets. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. I don't think I've ever heard, and I love fried chicken. Not really a big fan of beef and pork and some of the other meat products, but I feel like God put fried chicken or chicken in general on this earth for me. But I'm not sure I've ever heard of the concept. I'm interested in this one of fried chicken ice cream. This is a new one. You guys have to let me know. Life Raft treats. Let me know if you guys have tried this. I'll be interested in knowing in the comment section, what did you guys think if you have tried it, number one? And to the extent that you haven't tried it, would you try fried chicken ice cream? I don't know. I feel like it just mess up the experience that I have of fried chicken as it relates to meat. And I'm not sure if I could go for fried chicken ice cream. That's just kind of me personally. But let me know in the comment section, would you try fried chicken ice cream? It seems like the Sharks, some like it. And it seems like based on Lori Face that I'll share here in a second, she may not, I guess, be much of a fan, but this will be interesting. Now, the three things that I look for when looking at these Shark Tank pitches and kind of looking at them from an intellectual property perspective is how simple is a product, how effective is the product, and what's the market like. Now, obviously, we know the ice cream market is big, and now it is, a lot of players in the ice cream market. But if you have a tasty product, I think you will be okay. I actually interviewed, and they were actually like early 20s. They're killing it. Forget the name of the company, but they have here in the great state of Michigan, we have Myers. Well, I think it's some in kind of the Midwest as well, but it's kind of similar to like a Walmart. That would be like a competitor. And they protein pints is a protein kind of high in protein ice cream that they got in Myers, and they're killing it. Like I said, and these gentlemen are like early 20s. So if you have a good product, I think you would be okay being able to kind of break kind of down and kind of get into some stores and kind of be able to get the product out there. Now, how effective is it? We're going to see based on the sales, because I'm sure Mr. Wonderful is going to ask about the sales. And again, we all know that ice cream is pretty simple, straightforward. It may be a twist with a fried chicken ice cream, though. That's crazy. Again, I don't look at these things ahead of time. So the fact that they came on here with fried chicken ice cream is, I don't know, that has blown me away. Now, Todd, again, CEO, founder of Raising Cane's, the chicken company. Again, I haven't seen any of those locations in here in Michigan, but obviously I would imagine that they have them down south. I've seen them more so down south when I've traveled. So again, a lot bigger down south. I'm not sure if they kind of made it up this way to the Midwest yet, at least here in the state of Michigan, but I would imagine it's coming. I feel like 5 to 10 years ago, you didn't see any Chick-fil-A's in Michigan. Now, and you see Chick-fil-A's all over the case. So I would imagine that Raising Cane's is going to kind of make its way up here over time. But fried chicken ice cream, Life Raft treats. I have to hear the story on this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, your initial thoughts before we get off into it and the Sharks grill them, because this will be an interesting one, I think. Let's go.
Bring in the treat. Woo!
Fried chicken ice cream.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's just crazy.
That's right.
This is crazy.
These ice cream treats are what we call not fried chicken.
It's really good.
It's really delicious.
Sharks, in front of you, you have samples of our signature 9-piece chicken bucket, and also our retail packaging. To make our not fried chicken ice cream, we take waffle ice cream, insert a chocolate pretzel bone, dip it in caramelized white chocolate, and roll it in cornflakes.
I can't believe it's not chicken.
Honestly, I thought it was, and it just frozen. So do you do?
And look at, I like the fact you gotta look at from an intellectual property. Hopefully, you guys are getting something out of here. When I look at the world differently because I'm dealing with IP 10 to 12 hours a day every day. So I kind of look at what people are saying, what people are doing, the creations a little differently. That Damon John said something that I like that name. Now I know on the bucket they said it's not fried chicken, and that's cool. And I think that at least get your attention from a marketing standpoint. I definitely, if I kind of see this in the stores and I'm like, okay, it's not fried chicken. Okay, what is it? It definitely, I think would kind of get my interest or my attention at that point. But I like what Damon Johns. I like that trademark term better. I can't believe it's not fried chicken. We know Chick-fil-A and the fact that they had the whole cow and eat more chicken, and I think that's catchier. That's definitely catchy. And I like that with Chick-fil-A. But I think if they adopt Damon John's trademark, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think I can't believe it's not fried chicken is a better trademark term than I think what the bucket just said is not fried chicken or something like that? I like Damon John's his term. I can't believe it's not fried chicken. Now, if that's a trademark that if this couple hasn't adopted already, I'll definitely file for a trademark on that because I think that's a lot more catchier. I think it's a lot more repeatable and consistent to be used over and over again, especially when you're talking about marketing materials and advertisements. But again, maybe you guys disagree with me, but I like that. I can't believe it's not fried chicken. That's crazy. I like that one.
Other things as well.
Yes, that is our dairy-free peach bomb, and then we also
So that's ice cream as well?
It's peach sorbet, so it's
Okay.
dairy-free for our dairy-free friends. Those are our not dogs.
Holy
It's
crap!
ice cream. It's totally all ice cream. The bun is mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Really?
The hot dogs are chocolate ice cream.
This is so healthy.
Oh my gosh. What else? Let's see.
That's our Father's Day dinner. Mashed
All that's ice
potato-
cream.
It's all ice cream.
Oh,
Wow.
really clever.
Not the
Really
tray,
creative.
but
Yeah, that's
Are
really
we gonna
creative.
see that other stuff out here?
today we're really focused on the chicken because it's really our hero product.
So how and where do you sell these?
It says the not fried chicken. I can't believe it's not fried chicken better than not fried chicken. Even though not fried chicken, I think it get your attention in the stores, but I definitely like I can't believe it's not fried chicken better as a trademark.
We sell them in about 500 retail locations across the country.
In the frozen goods section,
In the
obviously.
frozen goods
Predominantly in the
section.
frozen goods section.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You
Yep.
doing anything direct to consumer with dry ice?
The bucket we ship direct to consumer.
How much is a bucket?
The buckets are $109, and that's delivered.
What are your sales?
Last year we did $1.2 million in sales.
You make any money on that?
We made about 5% net operating income on that. This year we've sold $750,000 year to date. We're going to hit 1.7 this year.
Tell us about yourselves and how you got to this business.
Well, the first thing you should know about me is that I'm the child of immigrants. You know, when they came here, it was the 70s, 80s. It was not a fun time to be an Asian immigrant in the Deep South. Where I was born in Charleston, at that time, the home they were living in, someone burned a cross in their front yard one night.
Wow.
And that didn't deter them. They gave us everything that we needed to make for ourselves. And that was the other thing that my parents gave me. Everything that I wanted, I had to work for. And not just work for it, but work twice as hard, be twice as good. You know, I was a pastry chef in top tier restaurants for years, Asian woman in a male dominated industry. And I didn't just hold my own. I was nominated for a James Beard Award at every single restaurant.
I love it.
Wow.
So my
Yay
parents
to
gave me that. They
you.
gave me my toughness and my grit, and being an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart, but I love the grind. If someone tells me I can't do something, it's like waving a steak in front of a wild animal's face. I love it. I love to chew. I love it.
So tell us about you.
After graduating the University of Georgia, go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
I earned my MBA, launched a career in retail. I worked for a large nationwide specialty grocer for about 10 years, buying cheese and wine.
How'd y'all come up with the name Life Raft?
Well, I was a pastry chef. Instead of spending 70 to 80 hours a week working for somebody else for their dream, I need to spend that time and energy and on my dream. And so in my mind, while I was still working, I built myself a life raft. And I was going to get on that raft.
That's cool. That's
I was
cool.
going to get my
That's
little
very
family
cool.
on there. We're going to paddle away to something better than,
It looks like it worked out. I want to ask you about where this is placed in frozen goods. Are you paying to play for slotting in most stores?
We haven't paid to play yet.
But you're not in any major big boxes, right?
We're in Mariano's in the Midwest, and we're in Central Market in Texas.
And do you know what it's costing you to acquire a customer, your customer acquisition cost on the direct business?
We don't, because we work through a third party, and so we haven't spent any money on marketing.
They're taking 20% for that, right?
Right. So part of what we want to do with this money is take the DTC in-house and revamp our website so that we're working that side of the business.
Guys, look, what you've accomplished is amazing. I just don't like frozen foods. It's just an impossible business unless you really, really, really know it well, and I don't. So for those reasons, I'm out. But congrats. I mean, it's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Don't know where I can add much value in frozen food. Can I help you with the DTC? Sure. But I just think there's more qualified sharks up here who love wine and cheese and various other things like that. So I love it. One of the most innovative things I've seen in my life. But I'm out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Look,
Thanks, Damon.
I have entrepreneur in the refrigerated section, Frozen Farmer. We do ice creams and sorbets. I think you're kind of competitive with what we're doing there. So I'm going to take myself out, but I do wish you good luck, and I'll definitely be a customer.
Thank you, Lori.
Guys, I'm trying to figure where this fits into my portfolio. You got a great idea here, but you haven't blown it up. Every once in a while, there's a deal where there's little Mr. Wonderful here saying, do the deal. And the other guy says, what are you, an idiot? Like, it's sort of, that's where I'm at again.
Well, if I can just add something here, we have spent no money on marketing whatsoever. This is all completely organic.
That's listen, that's not good because I don't know what the metrics are. I love it, but it's not deep fried enough yet to really invest in. That's the problem. I'm sorry, guys. I'm out.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
There was one.
Are you going to do a deal?
Yeah, I love the story, and I love that entrepreneurial drive, right? And like you said, waving a piece of meat in front of a wild animal. You know, it's like when everybody told me that Raising Cane's would never work, serving just chicken finger meals, it won't work, right? Turned down by every bag. I was like, I'm going to show you. It's a fantastic product, and I think you're going to be very successful. I'm not into the frozen foods. It's, Raising Cane's is fresh chicken.
This can't be on dessert. This doesn't work in your
Well,
system.
here's the thing. So focusing on what you're good at, right?
Yeah.
And so I've served the same menu for 28 years at Raising Cane's. I've never changed anything with it because it's stuck. And that includes adding a dessert. So knowing what you're good at, not trying to be all things to all people,
100%.
really makes you successful. But because of that, I am out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very
guys.
cool.
Wish you guys
Thank
the
you for
best.
sharing
Great
it
product.
with us.
Really,
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Great
Appreciate it.
product.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You're going to do great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, kudos to them. Unfortunately, they did not get a deal. But again, the fact that they made $1 million last year, they're in 500 stores. Seems like they're slotted to make 1.7 million. Again, I agree. I understand where Mr. Wonderful Kevin is coming from, because on one end you're saying, hey, you're only making 5% of your revenue, but at the other end you're saying you haven't even spent anything on marketing. So when you start to spend on marketing, and it's like, okay, are you even making money at that point? Look, and I think they're going to be okay. I love the fact that, again, you have that husband and wife duo, and we were talking to investors. They typically don't like the two teams because they want either one or three or maybe somewhere so it doesn't get caught up with the two people if both people are at odds. But I think they love the husband and wife just because they're typically on one accord and both have skin in the game and want the business to be successful. So love these husband and wife duos on here. And I do think they're going to be kind of good going forward. It may just kind of be a slow growth, but it seems like they have a good product. And I think as long as you have a good product, you will be okay and be able to make some money. Now, everybody's not going to be multi-millionaires and ride off into the sunset, but you can make a good living with your business, your product, especially if you have a good product. And I think seems like they have a pretty decent product where they're going to be okay long-term. It may be slow growth and continuing to figure things out as opposed to kind of this rocket ship thing. But I would take advantage of what Damon said as far as I can't believe it's not fried chicken. I actually do love that. Let's kind of bring up the website here really quickly, just kind of see what that is looking like. It seems like they're kind of serving, for the most part, ice cream. Now again, I always like, man, to the extent, and I did a little bit of research on this one beforehand, the life rafts, that is a trademark term for ice cream. I would definitely have the R in the circle at the bottom right-hand corner just to kind of put people on notice that it is uh a trademark term. And again, the great thing about trademarks is your business can have a ton of trademarks. So I know I was saying earlier with the Damon Johns, and I can't believe it's not fried, not fried chicken. That's another trademark term that I would add to the IP portfolio if I were of the husband and wife couple. I can't believe this thing is $100 to ship. I'm not, man, I have to really want something to pay $100, but maybe that's me. I'm not I guess a big ice cream person. I'll eat it here and there. But I mean, again, I like the creativity of it all with the peaches and the hot dog and kind of the plate here and the fact that this stuff is ice cream and not food. That's great. I'm gonna try to get this couple on the podcast, kind of talk to them about their journey, especially the immigrant journey. I think it's crazy, the story that she was sharing with us. And I mean, that's the thing I love about America. And I know a lot of people, especially as of late, they don't think the American dream is dead or whatnot, but this still is the greatest country on earth. And the fact that you can come here as immigrants or as the kids of immigrants and still make something out of yourself. And again, she seemed like she was always had this. I think everybody, me personally, I think everybody has that entrepreneurial drive and spirit. But I think as you grow up, it's kind of further and further suppressed. But it's a select few that it just won't go away, and those are the ones who end up jumping in to the entrepreneurial game. Then for others, I think it does come up, but it comes up from a time of desperation. Maybe you got laid off of your job, or you're in some dire situation where you got to make some shake. But I think we all have that entrepreneurial spirit. That's, again, a part of the podcast and being able to kind of tell people, hey, protect your intellectual property, because to the extent that you have a business, whether it's a trademark, whether it's a patent, whether it's a copyright, whether it's a trade secret with systems and processes that give you an economic advantage, you're going to have some IP. And I always say it's better to build a business on great foundation by protecting your IP at the beginning, as opposed to don't build your business on great foundation and not getting your IP protected. And that comes up to bite you in the long run or kind of further down the line. So hopefully you guys got something or get something out of these videos. Please hit a like button if you haven't already for this one, as well as hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this one. Have you tried Life Raft Treats? I love the story behind the name. I think that was brilliant. And I mean, I just love the husband and wife couple, and it seems like they work together well as a team. They're not going to stop, obviously, with the drive and the persistence with the wife and kind of her story and kind of the parent being the kid of immigrant parents. They're already doing well. And I think she's not going to stop, even though she didn't get a deal today with the Sharks. So again, kudos to them. Keep going. And this, I would imagine that this kind of gives a lot of eyeballs to the product, which I would imagine the sales to kind of skyrocket, at least for a time period. And again, hopefully I can get them on a podcast and I can talk through the story and maybe try one of the drumstick chicken ice cream or I guess ice cream. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys next time. Peace.